Roland of Great Britain, the gold, the silver, and the bronze. And they just missed the world record. 8:05.51, still another Olympic record. What a beat.
While I was in Nauru, and I used to go about 10 kilometers to school, primary school. So luckily I was the bell ringer, so I'm the one who was controlling the bell. So I used to run very early in the morning and in the evening so that I can get the bell so that people can get inside the class. You know, when you have money, you have many friends.
Fighters. Everybody wants to get their hands on me.
They don't want injustice.
Ili kupata skiza tune hii ya mshauri wa mwaka wako, bonyeza *811*816#.
Kila kizaliwacho huja na heri. Kila kizaliwacho huja na baraka, mwanga na matumaini. Maana kwa ajili yetu mtoto amezaliwa, tumepewa mtoto mwanamume, na uwezo wa kifalme utakuwa begani mwake, naye ataitwa jina lake Mshauri wa Ajabu, Mshauri wa shida zako.
Ili kupata skiza tune hiyo ya mshauri wa mwaka wako, bonyeza *811*816#. *811*816#.
Good afternoon to you. Thank you so much for joining us here on KBC Channel 1 Lunchtime News on this 18th day of December 2021. I am Nisi Imano. Our sign language interpreter is Anwangeshi. Many thanks for joining us. Now, rescuers have retrieved 2 bodies from the collapsed building in Makeji, Moranga County. Authorities believe there are 6 more people trapped beneath the rubble of the 4-story building which collapsed on Friday afternoon. Initial findings point to the use of substandard building materials used in the construction of the hotel. Authorities are working round the clock to retrieve those trapped beneath the collapsed block hotel. 2 bodies have been retrieved from the rubble. Efforts by a multi-agency rescue team to dig into the concrete and reach those trapped are underway.
Hii mjengo kama mwenyewe amekuwa ameajiri wale watu wako na ujuzi, hao ndio wangebeba hiyo mzigo. Maana kawaida kama yeye ni asili kama engineer, nyumba kama hii kianguka, kuna ile professional liability unachukua insurance. Sasa mwenyewe angeweza kulipwa. Lakini sana sana unapata Wakenya wale wako na pesa hawakubali kutumia professionals. Unaona Mkenya anataka kutumia architect, anataka kutumia engineer, na ndio umeona mijengo mingi Kenya inaendelea ikianguka.
The building collapsed at around 2 p.m. on Friday, burying 8 plumbers. Area leaders are now demanding action against those who authorized the use of substandard building materials.
Nyumba inajengwa unapata columns zimeanguka chini zote. Pia unapata kama hizi slabs na slab mingi zote zimeanguka zikakaa kama chapati. Kwa hivyo ni kuoneshana ile kakota ilitumika hapa, zile chuma zimetumika hapa, sio chuma zile zinafaa. Na kwa hivyo sasa kama mwenyewe hakutumia ama professionals, hiyo yeye ndio atakabeba hiyo gharama. Kama kuna vifo zozote, hiyo ni gharama ni kwake.
If you look at this structure, uangalie chuma imetumika. Kuongea ukweli, hata kama mimi sio engineer, vitu zingine sio lazima ukuwe engineer. Ile NCA kuongea ukweli wamelala kwa kazi yao. Kwa sababu ukiangalia chuma ambayo imetumika, hata kama hujui maneno mingi ya mjengo, unaona kulikuwa na kasoro. Lakini this is not the time to point figures because already rescue mission is ongoing. Na pia ningetaka nipongeze sana watu wa KDF na wale watu ambao wanasaidiana nao, NYS and the rest who are currently here trying to rescue those people who are already trapped inside there.
According to Murang'a County Police Commander Donatha Kiplagat, a roll call conducted indicated that 58 people were working at the construction site when the building collapsed. 2 of the workers removed from the rubble are alive and were taken to Thika Level 5 Hospital. For Lunchtime News, I'm Gladys Mongai.
The government is keen on ensuring all critical government projects are completed before the end of President Uhuru Kenyatta's term. Rift Valley Regional Commissioner George Natembei says this is to uphold the president's legacy.
Speaking in Kericho while inspecting the construction of Kericho Interchange and the 1.2 billion Kamunga water project, the Rift Valley Regional Commissioner George Natembea called on contractors to ensure completion of all projects within the stipulated time.
We had issues with other contractors. They can't move, even if the government owes them 1 million shillings. And we are saying those are never the terms of the agreement. The government gives out agreements, contracts, tenders to contractors who have the technical competence and the financial capacity to deliver on those contracts. It's not a must that the government pays you in order for you to deliver government work. The example here is
lauding the contractors who are working hard to see completion of their projects on set timelines despite not being paid in full. The regional commissioner revealed that the government was working on ensuring those contracted on government projects are paid by March next year.
Even those projects whose end is supposed to be around August, we want them to push them towards April, June, so that the president will come around before the start of the campaign period, so that they can hand them over to an NGO for use. I'm happy that part of this project has already been opened up to traffic, and people are going to have very easy movement as we move towards the festive season.
For Lunchtime News, I'm Zainab Said.
And 2 communities that have for decades been living in constant conflict have met at Narasha area in the border between Laikipia and Isiolo counties to commemorate 1 year of peaceful coexistence. Leaders who attended the celebrations urged other warring pastoral communities to emulate the Ma and Samburu's newfound friendship.
The celebrations to mark 1 year of peaceful coexistence between the Maasai and Samburu communities started with a peace caravan crossing the areas of Oldonyiro, Ewaso, Kimanjo and Narasha. Livestock theft and revenge attacks have in the past made peace very elusive in the region. But in the last 1 year, the intervention of Northern Ridgeland Trust brought together elders from both communities, political leaders, religious groups, and local administration in a campaign geared towards finding a lasting solution to the conflict.
Mwaka mmoja uliopita kulikuwa na msoso wa kijamii hapa, ambapo jamii walisosana wakisosania mambo ya ardhi, mambo ya mipaka, mambo ya hata ya incitement ya kisiasa, na kwa muda wamekuwa na vita mpaka wamepoteza maisha ya watu zaidi ya 15 walipotea katika ama walikufa katika vita hii.
Laikipia North DCC Benjamin Zioka lauded the community's efforts to foster peace.
Jamii zote mbili zimekuja pamoja kusherehekea amani. Wako upande huu wamekuja, watu wa upande wa Isiolo wamekuja, na tumekutana sisi wote pamoja. Na ni kwa sababu sisi kama serikali tuliweka mikakati ya kuhakikisha kwamba kuna kamati zinafanya kazi katikati ya Isiolo na Laikipia.
Laikipia North MP Sarah Korere challenged county governments of Isiolo and Laikipia to invest in water projects to reduce conflicts over scarce resource.
Na hapa tumeweza kupotesha maisha mingi sana na pia mifugo wengi tumeweza kupotesha, lakini kwa mwaka karibia moja sasa wazee wa pande zote mbili wakifadhiliwa na shirika la NRT wameweza kufanya jitihada kulete jamii pamoja na kujaribu kuondoa huo uhasama, na pia leo imefika kilele ambazo jamii zote zimekutanishwa. Kwa karibia miaka 2 hapa hata kuvuka mpaka huu kwenda upande hili ilikuwa ni ngumu.
Kevin Washira, Lunch.
Members of Parliament have been called upon to use CDF KITI funds appropriately to make sure Kenyans benefit from the fund. Narok North MP Moitalel Olekenta argues that it is time the CDF KITI was increased from 2.5% to 5% to improve its impact.
The Constituency Development Fund has been hailed as a game changer in the entrenchment of development in the country. Stakeholders, however, say the fund can achieve much more if it reviewed upwards.
Juzi tulisema tunataka CDF iongezwe kutoka 2.5% mpaka 5%. Kwa sababu gani? Hii pesa tunapata ni kidogo sana, tunataka tuongezewe ndio tuweze kufanya kazi ya maana.
Members of Parliament to whom the fund has been bequeathed have been urged to ensure the fund is prudently used.
Kama hii mwaka jana imepita, tumepea constituencies, kila constituency about 137 million. Na hiyo 137 million ndio inaenda kujenga miradi mingi katika shule, katika miradi ya usalama. Request for a bus.
The leaders were speaking in Narok County during an inspection tour of CDF projects. Jacqueline Masharia for Lunchtime News.
And in Kajiado County, hundreds of residents in Enkorika and Kajiado Central have welcomed the construction of a modern bridge on one of the roads in the area. The locals say they have undergone untold suffering in the past, and dozens of people have been washed by floods while trying to cross the river.
The residents say during the rainy season, patients have had to go without medical care. School children remain at home, with dozens of families going for days without food. They say crossing Kajiado River has been a dangerous affair.
Peleni wakati hatukuwa na daraja, mvua ikinyesha na hii maji mto itiririke, inakuwa ni shida sana watu kuvuka, mifugo kuvuka. Hata saa nyingine imechukua watu wengi sana, maji inakuja inawabeba.
To save the situation, the Kenya Rural Roads Authority stepped in and put up a modern bridge at a cost of 87 million, ending the residents' miseries.
Tunaweza sema hii serikali yenye imekuja kutupea hii daraja imekuwa msaada kwetu sana na imekuwa wa manufaa kwa jamii ya Dallas.
The locals have expressed optimism that the bridge will boost trade and improve their livelihood. More than 200 trucks use the road in transporting sun, livestock, or farm produce to various destinations. The Roads Authority urged the local community to safeguard the bridge from vandalism. For Lunchtime News, I'm Rahma Shanko.
And in the political scene, preparations are in top gear in the Orange Democratic Movement to form a coalition with the ruling Jubilee Party and other like-minded parties ahead of the general elections. ODM Party Chairman John Badi says the import of Tuesday's special sitting is to amend Political Parties Act to create provisions to allow corporate membership of political parties.
Speaking in Uriri, Migori County, Badi said ODM party is banking on Parliament to fast-track the enactment of laws which will aid their efforts to form formidable alliances ahead of 2022 general elections. The ODM party chairman added that they plan to work with like-minded parties in the Azimio la Umoja coalition, which shall sprout from the planned amendment.
You that we are going to pass a very important bill in Parliament, amendments to the Political Parties Act, which is going to create provisions to allow for corporate membership of political parties. We are creating Azimio la Umoja movement as a coalition party very soon. Raila Odinga announced the launch of the same. Now we are converting very soon that party to a coalition party where ODM will be corporate member of that party and other like-minded parties like Jubilee. We want to make sure that that is passed in Parliament. Those who are opposing that bill, we are saying wait for us in the National Assembly on Tuesday and Wednesday.
The ODM MPs are banking on their Jubilee counterparts to attain the required number for amendment to sail through. Rongo MP Paul Abur exuded confidence MPs supporting the Azimio la Umoja movement will turn up to support the amendment. Elsewhere, Kisii County Deputy Governor Joash Maangi has ditched Deputy President's UDA party and vowed to mobilize for Azimio la Umoja movement. Speaking at a funeral in Siaya County, Maangi exuded confidence Raila Odinga will be the next president.
Mimi ni gavana wangu Ngwai. Tukakaa chini, tukajiuliza, papa ni mtu yetu hapa Nyanza. Watu wengine ukiangalia, they are organizing themselves to vote as a block to protect their own. Sasa sisi kama watu wa Nyanza, why can't we also protect our own? And our own is none other than Raila Amolo Odinga.
Kevin Washira, Lunchtime News.
A research group from the University of Nairobi's Faculty of Medicine has found that Kenyans are choosing unregulated and potentially dangerous tobacco and traditional oral stimulants despite safer alternatives being available on the market. The research further showed users who choose modern and science-backed tobacco-free nicotine products like pouches and nicotine replacement therapies had the lowest exposure risk to cancer-causing chemicals.
A new report titled Review of the Risks and Toxicants of Smokeless Tobacco, Areca nut and heart products available in Kenya is the first major analysis of the health risk of traditional tobacco and oral stimulants available in Kenya. The research compares the risk profile of traditional tobacco and different oral stimulants used by Kenyans that are available through legal and unregulated channels.
We need Ministry of Health on board. We need the scientific community on board to try and regulate these products for their consumption. In particular here in Kenya,
The research showed that the risk profile of modern tobacco-free nicotine products was found to be significantly lower than other traditional tobacco and oral products.
Data for more studies and more research on these products that are being used among Kenyans. And we are calling for Kenyans to stop using these carcinogenic products. Thank you.
The report includes several recommendations. A rallying call has been made to enlighten Kenyans on the risk of tobacco use as well as exposure to cancer-causing chemicals.
We need Ministry of Health on board. We need the scientific community on board to try and regulate these products for their consumption.
Ruth Wamboi for Lunchtime News.
And on that story, we take our very fast commercial break on Lunchtime News. More when we return. Don't go away.
this for a minute.
There's nothing to think about.
For many years, for most of my life, in fact, I have been resisting the urge to take someone's life. I think it'd be easier to start at the end, which is here.
Paul, I'm not stupid.
Do you guys ever read on your own?
Why should we, Ma'alimu? And we are paying school fees for you to teach us. That will be making your work easier.
You two ladies are moterers.
Kamene, can I take you out for a late cup of coffee?
Wait, you people, are you going to ignore the fact that he has people to bring certificate of good conduct, 2 passport photos, photocopy ID, just to sell me wako barabara?
Tito, you are Aeda. Hey, Stamina, your new dress code is coming with new swag and new words, right?
Are you saying we are the sugar in your tea, eh? The kerosene in your stove? Yani, the pulmonary artery from your heart to the lungs?
Welcome back. Thank you for staying with us. You're watching Lunchtime News. Now, we are crossing over to West Pokot, where residents are being urged to diversify their agricultural practices and look further than just maize farming. Governor John Lonyangapuo says farmers should turn to indigenous and drought-resistant crops as a means of improving food security.
Showground, West Pokot Governor John Lonyangapuo said the farmers are used to maize farming, which has often been negatively affected by unpredictable weather patterns.
Nao na wahisani wakuja watujengee mega dams on these big rivers yenye inamwaga maji tu kienda running free to Lake Turkana na zingine zinaenda Lake Victoria.
Lonyangapuo said his administration is committed to the empowerment of small-scale farmers in the area.
Bure ban twende alime shamba, invest in irrigation, small irrigation schemes.
He also urged the residents to embrace small kitchen gardens to tackle perennial drought that has for a long time affected the county. For Lunchtime News.
And young artists in Funyula constituency in Busia County have begun a campaign that seeks to use art and talent to sensitize residents to maintain peace during and after the August 22 polls.
The youth who combined acting, comedy and singing officially launched the campaigns by entertaining residents as they sensitized them to maintain peace ahead and during the election season. Led by Faith Mangeni, the group artists urge residents and especially the youth not to allow themselves to be used by politicians to disrupt peace, but instead use their talents to entertain politicians to get an income.
Kama unajua kuimba, unaweza tunga wimbo ambao unaweza imbia mwanasiasa na ikwe ya kuelimisha, si ya kufanya watu wapigane wafanye nini, and in that you will be paid. That is satisfying your needs.
The lauded preparations by NGCDF Funyula for creating public awareness and supporting talent among the youth.
Tuepukana siasa mbaya ambazo zinafanya watu wengine wanaumia, wengine wanakufa kwa sababu ya siasa. Tuongea ili siasa iwe ya amani, ili angalau yule ambaye atapita awe kiongozi wetu, na yule ambaye hataweza angoje next, angalau na maisha itakuwa sawa.
In Isiolo County, a new lobby group has been established in Isiolo County with the aim of conducting civic education among residents on the importance of voter registration. The lobby group secretary Moses Kinoti says many youth declined to register during the last mass voter registration exercise, a perception they are determined to change.
comprises 40 members from Wabera, Bulapesa, Burat, Ngaremara, Chari and Cherab wards, say it is committed to ensuring all Kenyans exercise their democratic rights at the ballot.
Tumeamua kufunza jamii yote ya Isiolo kwa ujumla kwa sababu ya upigaji kura, ili tusiweze tena kupiga kura kwa njia mbaya ile ambayo tumeishi kupiga.
They said they will vet leaders looking to retain their seats by assessing the development scorecard.
Muhimu wa hiki kundi yetu ni kuangalia viongozi wetu wa Isiolo na wale wote wataelektiwa 2022 ile kazi wanakuwa wanafanyia wananchi. Tutaangalia manifesto yao ya kila mwananchi, tuone ikiwa hajatimisha ile mambo alikuwa ameambia community atatimisha, hiyo mtu tutaendelea kumzunguza na tunjue kazi yake ni nini katika community.
Kuna mambo mingi ambayo walitarajia kufanyiwa na hii serikali ambayo tuko nayo sasa hizi haijafanyika, na hiyo mambo tunataka kuhakikisha kwa hii serikali ambayo inaingia 2022 tutafuatilia yale yote ambao wataahidi, tutahakikisha kwamba yametekelezwa.
The lobby group secretary noted that most youths declined to register as voters during the last targeted voter registration exercise, hence the need for such civic education.
Wakati IMBC walikuwa wanaregister watu wengi hawakujitokeza kuregister, wachache ndio waliregister. Kwa hivyo tutafundisha tutaelimisha kuhamasisha wale ambao wameregister jinsi ambavyo watatoka kupiga kura, kwa maana wengine wameapa watapiga kura.
The group will interact with locals, asking them about the kind of leadership they desire and how the right to leaders can be voted into office. Jacqueline Masharia for Lunchtime News.
Traffic officers in Embu County have been urged to remain vigilant in ensuring road safety measures are followed by both pedestrians and motorists. The officers have been urged to crack the whip on people who may take advantage of the festive season to break the law.
Embu County Commissioner Abdullahi Galgalo warned that no one will be spared as authorities move in to reduce road carnage caused by careless driving. Boda operators have also been urged to follow the law, as the law enforcers will not spare them either.
Tumepanga mikakati ya kutosha kuhakikisha kuwa tutakuwa na usalama wa kutosha hii wakati watu wetu wanaweza kusherekea, kujivinjari na kutembeleana bila hofu, bila dharubu. Salama. Tungependa kupoteza mtu hata mmoja kwa sababu ya ajali ya barabarani.
Galgalo has appealed to members of the public to raise an alarm whenever they spot cases of indiscipline on the roads and any other activity that breaks the law.
Usalama ni jukumu la kila mtu. So kama kuna jambo lolote ambalo linaonekana huenda ikawaleta taharuki, ningelipenda kutoa mwito kwa wananchi wetu kama vile walivyofanya siku zote, watupashe habari ili tuweze kuchukua hatua haraka iwezekanavyo.
Parents have also been urged to take time and talk to their children who are on holiday, with Galgalo noting they cannot abdicate their parenting role by leaving it to the teachers. Galgalo further warned residents of Embu not to let their guard down and follow MOH COVID protocols, especially in the view of the new COVID variant, which is even more contagious.
Bado tuko na hili janga la corona, hasa ile ambayo tunaita Omicron, ile wave mpya ambayo imeanza, na maintain ile tunaita social distance, na hasa magari za abiria. Unajua mambo mengine haya tunafanya si kwa sababu tunaridhisha serikali, ni kwa manufaa yetu sisi kama wananchi.
Over to sports now. Kenyan rally champion Carl Tundo and his long-lasting navigator Team Jesop are among those who were feted at the International Federation of Automobile FIA annual gala held in Paris, France. The duo was awarded trophies as the 2021 FIA Rally Championship Drivers and Co-Drivers Champions. Tundo and Jesop won 4 out of 6 events in the FIA Africa Rally Championship to top the final continental standings with 120 points. Africa Conquers d'Elegance organizer Bob Devoir was also honored for his contribution to sports during the awards gala. Diwa, who is also a director at the Kenya Motorsport Federation, was bestowed with the FIA Founding Members Club Heritage Cup.
And has been at the heart of...
Well, congratulations. Finally here. Right.
Wearing a rather dashing bow tie.
So, our FIA Founding Members Club Heritage Cup recipient, Robert Dewey.
Huge congratulations there to Robert Dewey. What a great story. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Whichever is the easiest way for you to get back to your table. Yes.
In soccer, Manchester City manager Pep Guardiola will be able to lead his side in tomorrow's Premier League game